Hello everybody, I am Sammy15 the Dragon Gamer here. Welcome to PAVA Anime Talk, Pokemon TCG, anime, video games, and alternative music. That is what PAVA stands for. And today we'll be talking about on Anime Talk, Attack on Titan, my first impressions. Now before I go any further, there will be no scenes, it's just me, my voice, and this little... that picture you see, there won't be no other pictures other than that. So if you looking for a fancy review from AZ Anime or Giga or Glass Reflections, we're one of those big name anime reviewers and whatnot. Yeah, you need to go to them. This is just me talking. So yeah, this is my first impressions. The English dub. I haven't watched the sub, even though people are gonna start hating me because of that. How dare you not watch the sub? And watch the dub first. The sub is significantly better because just the sub is amazing. Blah blah blah. Oh, shut up. I don't want to hear. I don't care. Can I just watch it in my native tongue without being hated for it? I mean, seriously. I'd rather just listen than read. You know? And there aren't anime out there that are better in dub. Like Black Lagoon, for example. Now some people will just go, no, Shebjoy is better. But that is not why I'm here today. I'm here today to talk the first 3 episodes of Attack on Titan in the English dub. Honestly, I can see where all the hype is. It's dramatic, it's dark, it's everything anything good ever really is. I mean, seriously, when you think of like the good stuff that gets all the rewards, it's always dark and depressing and just so deep and emotional and blah blah blah. Why can't like something really good be like something that's kind of funny, you know? Something that's like, oh my god, you have to watch this. You know? I don't think any of the big 3 were like that. Actually, I think each, like, Naruto was like that, and so was, Bleach at one time. But I just think that the world in general just wants more dark and deep and emotional and all of that dramatic stuff, blah blah. I really don't care too much about it. I mean, if it's on, I'll watch it. I mean, that's the only reason why I really watched Attack on Titan to begin with, because it was kind of on. And I mean, I wouldn't. That's why I didn't watch it in sub to begin with, because I knew it was probably going to come. It was definitely coming from English with all the hype with that. With only, I heard all this hype out. Only it was only 5 episodes out. I'm not even kidding. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, you have to watch Attack on Titan." Like, I'll just wait until it comes on Toonami in a year. It's like, no, it's not. It's too dark. It's too everything. It's not cool enough for Toonami. Well, apparently it is cool enough for Toonami. Or it's not cool enough for Toonami, or Toonami's not cool enough for Toonami. Whatever, you get the idea. So enough of me rambling. Let's get down to what you guys probably came here for. My impressions on it. First of all, there's the main character. And I can actually see where all this hype is going. I mean, it's very different from most of the anime I've ever watched. In many ways, I haven't seen too many anime that are like this, to be honest, where people just like the size of us are just attacking giants with acrobatics and ropes and stuff. That is actually pretty cool. That's something I've never seen before. This is very unique and very different in many ways, and that's why I kind of like it. You know? I do like it. But I do feel like there's a few problems only with the characters. I mean, the only thing I have a problem with is the anime in general right now is the characters. The protagonist or the main character is Eren Yeager, and he sees his mom. By the way, spoiler alert. For anyone if you haven't yet to see the first 3 episodes, I think you should watch it. But you know, I hate to spoil, but his mom gets ripped apart in his in front of him, in his very eyes, and it's very gruesome, to say the least. So yeah, that would scar anyone, but he doesn't get just scarred, but he actually wants revenge now, which is commendable. But he's a pussy-ass bitch about it. He keeps whining, complaining about it. And Rice Papenbook, who was the main, who was the voice of Kirito in SAO, and he's currently the voice actor for Runa Kumara and Blue Exorcist, so he has that fully swear revenge with angst and I must save the day-ish tone to him. But he just kinda does it a little far, and I think he's an amazing voice actor in my opinion, but I think he just takes it farther and kinda makes him kinda sound like a pussy ass bitch. I don't blame so much the voice actor, I blame just his character in general. Alright, take Sasuke from Naruto, and then the main character, Shinji, what's his face from, what's that show called? Evangelion, and then take the main character from Dead Man Wonderland and mix them all together. You get like an emo-ridden, basically pussy-ass bitch with angst. You know, he's a lot like Sasuke, where he sees his parents die in front of him, but he's a pussy-ass bitch about it. It doesn't really do too much about it at first. He just complains and bitches and says, I will do it, and doesn't really take too much action at first. But he does eventually take action. He joins the military, or attempts to, and this is an interesting character. It's different, you know? I don't like him at all. I don't. I sincerely hate this character, and I don't think this character will get too much development to make him likable. You know, I'm not saying there will be any character development, but I don't think he'll be a likable character, like, ever. And it's not necessarily the writer's fault, it's just, like, the kind of character he is. Characters are not supposed to be likable. This character was not meant to be likable. He was not. He totally was just meant to be a pussy-ass bitch with angst and wanting to revenge. I will have revenge for killing my mother. You know, I do commend that he's not running away. I do commend that. I really do. I really do respect that about him. I just don't respect him whining and bitching about it. I just don't. You know, his actions speak louder than words, and shut the hell up. I mean, seriously. What he really needed to do is get off that cross, use the wood to build a bridge, and get over it. That's really what he needed to do, but I guess you either run away or you fight back, and I would probably run away myself, because that's the kind of person I am. You know, I would not have the courage to be able to do it. Some people just cannot muster up that courage, and I'm just one of those people. Apparently, Jaeger is able to do that, even though he is a pussy-ass bitch. And now I'm just keep on continuing bitching about his character. But let's go on with the other characters. That other girl, I forgot her name, the character that keeps following him around. I'm not exactly sure if she is his sister or just some girl that stays with him, or some friend, or I don't know who she is. You know, I assume she's just a friend that staying with her because her aunt died, and that she's related to Edgar via cousins, because that's, you know, she has a crush on him. But I do like this. Do like this about her as well. She has a crush on him, but unlike most anime girls, she has a crush on him, but she isn't head over heels and go, "Oh my God, my lord!" No, she's tough. And she's not tough like Sarako, where she can just beats up the main character all the time, just bitches it all the time. No, she's tough, she keeps herself. She honestly has a crush on him, you can tell, but she has a crush in a different way. And I do like her and respect her for that. And I think that she will probably make Eren Yeager a better character. I think that she's what making Eren Yeager a total frigging horrible character that we don't like. You know? What's his face from Evangelion needed a character like her to balance her out, and this character does actually help balance Eren out a bit. I do like her. I don't remember her name. Like I said, I'm not really good with names. And the other main character, the other guy with the blonde guy, he's just pussy ass bitch with philosophy, with big dreams, which is basically what I would be, honestly. Just more talk. He actually eventually does do something, but he mostly just clings on to Eren. And then Shank also just basically follows Eren. She's basically... She's different-ish, but she's kind of not. she's plain, but she has a crush that is different in a way. These are very archetypical characters, but different to them, and there's a spin on it. This whole entire anime is a lot like a typical anime, with a spin on it, which is what I like and respect about it. It's different, but then again, it's similar enough where we know what the hell to do with it. And I do appreciate this anime. The soundtrack, everything else is awesome. I think most of the voice actors are pretty stellar. Patrick Seitz, who some of you may know, I do like him a lot. He's the voice actor of like one of the drill sergeant. He's really good at yelling at people. He voices a Frankie and does a bunch of other stuff as well. He does a very good bad guy. A very good, not so much as a bad guy, so much as a not nice guy. I forgot. I think you call them anti-heroes. I mean, they're technically on your side, but they're like kind of not. Yeah, he's also the voice actor of Kenpachi Zaragi from Bleach as well. Frankie from One Piece. I don't think he's actually in Naruto simply because Naruto is Viz Media, and Viz Media does not use the same VA crew as Funimation. Funimation basically, Patrick Sykes basically works from Funimation. I mean, he does a few stuff outside of Funimation, but he's basically Funimation's guy where like they call him and go, "Yo, Patrick." And he goes, "Yeah," and his cool voice is like, "We need you to just do a voice for us. Do you have any time? Sure, let's do it." And, you know, it's like, all right, we have a cool dark voice that needs to be done. Let's call Patrick. I think that's just his answer, because he's a really good voice actor. I think Colin Clickenberg is the other answer, but I think she was busy during this, or they cannot find a place for her just yet. You know, I think if they can, they'll squeeze her in here eventually. They usually try to squeeze Seitz and Clickenberg in like one of the projects somewhere along the lines. You know? Let's say, what else? I honestly do like the anime. I mean, the only thing I don't like about the anime is honestly the main character. I really just don't like the characters that much. And just the characters in general, I just don't really have a fond feeling for them, you know? I just don't really, I just feel like there's no character I can really genuinely relate to. You know, that's the problem with some of these characters. There's no real characters you can relate to. That's what I think Naruto OG made it so good, is because some people can kind of relate to Naruto or Sasuke or Sakura in a sense. I could definitely relate to Naruto because I am the runt. I am this guy who just cannot fit in, and I'm slowly gaining friends and all that nonsense. So I can totally understand where Naruto's coming from, and some people can understand where Sasuke is going from going emo alone, swears revenge. Not about the revenge part, but and Sakura is just that one girl that has a crush on Sasuke. I think eventually as the girls grew up, they started hating Sakura, and Sasuke both. But oh well. One Piece doesn't really have that many relatable characters, but they're just so. The reason why they're not relatable is simply because they're just so out there. Bleach doesn't have really relatable characters because they're just so stereotypical and archetypical, and they're just so normal. You know, they're not relatable at all. Because most of the people watching anime on the computers are probably not within the normal circle where like have like a bunch of friends or popular or anything like that. You know, I could be wrong, but most anime fans are just a bunch of teenagers who have way too much free time because they're either bullied or just have way too much free time. But I'm just rambling here because I like for the sake of rambling. So thank you everyone. Please have a nice day. I'll try to do one of these PAVA anime talks once a week if I can. And a further note, I will not be here until Tuesday. So yeah, sorry about that. So have a nice day, and I'll see you guys hopefully next week.